Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 6 of our 9th season here at Riga FC. I'm the Custard Prophet, this is the Latvian job, and we're back with Europa League action. We're heading to Austria. I'm going to be playing Wolfsburger, who are, I guess, the surprise package of the group. Let's see how we do. So yeah, we are heading off to Wolfsburger AC. But we are in a pretty good position currently within this group. Wolfsburger have taken surprise victory over Rennes. I can't remember how they got on against Leicester. I think they drew against Leicester, surprisingly. So, yeah, they're sitting there on 4 points, which is pretty impressive stuff for the side which was predicted to finish bottom. Let's have a look how things have been going, though, since we were last together. So you can see here that after the Leicester game, we have just had a series of green dots, and we do love that. You can see, well, we'll separate this out from into the league and the cup, and then the Europa League. So in the league, things have gone very, very smoothly. The hardest game that we had left was the match against Spartaks. We won that fairly comfortably, 3-1. We were 3-0 up, and they scored late on. But we played pretty well there. Following on from that, Smiltene. That was a 4-1 mauling. Kiadio, Misu with a couple, and Lisinovs with the goals. Then Auda away in the league. Mendia, Popovic, Lisinovs, and final league match we played was a bit more tricky. We had Lipaya, but Erglis was sent off soon after scoring his goal. So Misu, Bro, and Vieira all scoring their goals, but they got a couple of goals. I guess because we were down to 10 men, we were still very, very strong. So we're still 100% for the season, which is fantastic in the league. Have we carried that on in the cup? Well, yes, we are all the way through to the cup final. We're going to see in the cup final today. We beat Tukums, who are down in the division below now, 4-0. Papedaf, Lisinovs with a couple, and Erglis. It was a pretty rotated side. And then in a really rotated side, because most of our team was off playing international football, you can really see that actually. Look at the players that we had there. We weren't really able to make substitutes, but the real surprise here was the man who scored the goals. We won 2-0, but Svetoslav's Kujinovs got a couple of goals, and I mean, he's not really rated at all, but he's come in and he's done the business, and he played well. So I was pretty pleased with that. He can't play really in any other game because he is not registered. So, well, it was nice to see one of our youngsters coming through and scoring some goals. Now, in the Europa League, we've played one game, and you've probably seen this already. We won 4-0 against Rennes. It was comfortable. Lisinovs with 3 goals, Misu with another. Big news as well is that we have Uldrikis back on the bench. So we've got Lisinovs, who's played really well. He's going to be fighting it out with Mr. Uldrikis. So today we'll be playing Wolfsburger and Valmeria. Let's get into the first game against Wolfsburger. Team we are going to be going with, and I've made a last minute switch here. Misu, Lisinovs in for Uldrikis, and Christ, Uldrikis has not played well since he's come back, and I think he has to find his way. In the midfield, it's I was going to say gruesome threesome, but I don't know what rhymes with that. Anyway, it's Bru, Vieira, and Kiadio. They have been awesome together, and there's so much behind them as well, which is great. And the back line, Messina, Mendia, Stankas, and we're favouring Yausams today over Jamal, who is probably the better player, but Yausams he does have that X factor sometimes, so he just gets balls in that maybe some of the other players don't. He gets in places that other players don't, so it's worth risking him, I think. And Abda in goal. It's still this really attacking formation. We've got a lot of attacking roles here. And I'm wondering actually of bringing Lisinovs back to a support role just for this match. We'll see how that goes. But he's been playing well, scoring goals. I mean, I don't know whether that's the right move, because he's not really. Uldrikis would be able to play that role. I'm not sure he would be as effective in that role. Let's get into the match though. So it's going to be interesting. They've got a few players who aren't greyed out. They are a 3-star reputation side like we are. So theoretically, given how we've played against the sort of similar ranked teams to us, we should be able to be better than them. But I don't know. They look good in this group. They do. They've taken draws over Leicester. They've taken a draw over Leicester. They've taken a win over Rennes away from home, which is a big surprise. And look, they've already got on the ball early on here, although Stankus does very well. Krollis finds Lissinovs into Misu, and Misu's shot is just put wide. I was wondering whether we play Krollis on that side, we played Misu on that side, because apparently he's better at it than Krollis is. Don't know whether this is the right move, and we might swap him over at some point, but that was a poor miss. Right, Mendy, we've played well to start with. We've had some reasonable opportunities. Lissinovs now. Chiadio. Oh, he's through. Oh, he's hit the bar. My God. I've just seen Leicester have gone 1-0 up. So they're top in the group now. Rennes look like the whipping boys of this group. Oh, he should be ahead though. Corner now. Vieira. Ball in. And it's just gone back to Chiadio. Is the time to clip a pass in? We have. And it's gone over. Worries me. We've had 3 or 4, a couple of really, really good chances. One of those should be in the back of the net. Are we going to regret it? So they've certainly picked up towards the end of the half, but we've yet to see a highlight from them. I don't know. I think we've done all right. I think that's a fair point. We'll put our hands together. We've inspired and motivated them. I think we would want to shout and encourage. I did that just as they came off. encourage them all to kind of sit down effectively. Come on, Riga. Let's get this. I mean, we've not seen a bloody highlight from them, and just feel. Oh, he's through. And it's a lovely save, thankfully. Our goalkeeper's in the right place at the right time. That was a decent chance for them. So they're no mugs at all. But yeah, it's an interesting match. It seems to be quite well balanced in this away fixture. I still think we're slightly the better side though. Yowzems, not a header over the top, please. It's in. It's Krollis. Yes, that's massive. Massive goal for the boys. But are they going to peg us back immediately? They have, Baribo West. Ah, dear. I mean, it's nothing more frustrating than conceding straight away after. But like that, I mean, we're pretty damn good in the air. Come on, boys. I'm going to make a couple of changes here. I think Brute is looking tired. We need some fresh legs out there. Vieira's not done much, actually. We'll bring Franco on. And shall we bring on Aldrikis? Let's see how that does. A big, lumpy player up top. Can he be the difference maker? He's really good in Europe. In the past, he has been. But they've got the ball. Gassner into Baribo. Can we nick the ball off them? They've got it down this side here. It's not ideal. Come on. Force him back, and we have done. Get your foot in. They're doing well, just getting the ball away before we have chance. And oh no, well, they've turned it completely around. We went 1-0 up on the 61st minute, and they are 2-1 ahead on 70 minutes. This is very, very frustrating. One last change. Stankus is looking tired. We're bringing Georgescu on. It's not really the one I wanted to make, but I'm sort of forced into it. Come on. Just been quite poor in this second half, really. Messina. Misu. He finds, who's this? Franco. Chiadio. Yowzems. Come on, let's level it up. Level the scores. Lovely little ball through there. Oh, it's hit the bar. We've hit the bar twice. Oh. Come on. Late on. Brew. And another one hits the bar. Unbelievable. That's 3 hitting the bar. Just seen in the other game, it's 1-1. So somehow we lost that, even though we hit the bar 3 times and we're 1-on-1 through twice. I feel we've been let down a little bit. It was the right thing to play Yauzams. He did get the assist, but I mean, they scored. They created a couple of good chances and scored them both, and that is not what we managed to do. We created some decent chances. Well, perhaps we didn't create this. Looking at the XG, we created some good quality chances early on. We weren't able to capitalise on those, and actually when we did score, it was in a period where we weren't generating that many chances. So it's a little frustrating, this. I feel we certainly didn't deserve to lose it. I think a draw would have been about right. I think we edged it on highlights alone, but yeah, frustrating times. So it is a loss. I don't think it's the end of the world, because I think we will beat them in the reverse fixture. But they do go ahead of us now. And there we go. Wolfsburger sit top of the group. Who saw that one coming? We are second, Leicester third, Rennes fourth. Rennes get the first point on the board. We will be playing Wolfsburger next up in this competition, so I'm hoping we will have enough to get past them, and then we got Rennes away, I think, and then Leicester at home as our final game of the season. I believe. I might have that mixed up though. I think all 3 of those games are winnable. I think we'll have enough to qualify out of that. Obviously, very dependent on the next game. If we can win that, I think by more than 1 goal, then we will go ahead of Wolfsburger, and it will mean if we end up on the same points, they will be behind us, which will be a useful thing to have. Same against Rennes, same against Leicester. Really, let's move on to the cup game. Okay, we're back. We're coming up against second placed Valmeria in the cup final. Going to be as difficult, I guess, as these games go. We are at home for a rare change. We're going to make a couple of changes for the cup final side. Stankus has been a bit tired, so we're going to bring Georgescu in there. We'll swap Vieira and Franco. We'll bring Bru off, and Chiadio is on. Remember, we can only have 7 subs, so if we got anyone on the bench. Pape Daff is looking a little bit tired, so maybe we'll make a little bit of a change up top. Maybe bring on. Do we bring off Krollis? Bring on Popovic, something like that. Yeah, let's go with that. I think that looks all right to me. We've got some decent players on the bench, but Tariq. Oh, we can't do that. Well, I'll have to have a play around again. Maybe not Georgescu. Maybe Belovs, and of Georgescu on the bench. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, I suppose we could play Erglis instead of Popescu. That's a thought. Let's do that. There we go. So it's highly Latvian side now. Could have played Reynolds as well, but not really played him that much actually this season since signing him. Poor guy. I'm still gutted with that loss in the Europa League. I think often I do say, "Oh well, we should have won that," but I don't necessarily think we should have won. I don't think we should have lost it. I think it was, frustratingly that we were hitting the bar so often. And we do see that a lot. I've seen it mentioned elsewhere that there's a lot of probably too many shots hitting the woodwork in this game. Right, let's go see whether we can. If we lose both these games, it will be a very disappointing episode because that would be the end of our 100% domestic streak, wouldn't it? Right, Tariq doing his bits. He's taken the corner and hit the bar again. I think, well, maybe scraped the bar. It was more over the top than anything else. It didn't come back. Well, maybe they've got a chance here. Santos. But Belovs does very well clearing that. Messina. We could have played someone different at left back, I think. That was probably a mistake. Misu. Chiardio. I think possibly it might be Giroux's final season. And again, another header over the top. There's a lot of those. Tariq with a corner. Ball in. Aldrikis. He's not actually playing, so that's probably why it's a... Well, that was a mistake from them. If we score from this, well, they don't. There's a good save, but there was no reason that defender should have kept that in. He just basically gave Erglis the ball, allowed him to put an unchallenged cross in. And this is still all from that attack, from that mistake. This pressure. Tariq, Lissinovs, Jamal. And it's a penalty. And it's Santos, and he could be sent off. He's not. He doesn't get sent off. Who is going to take this? It's Erglis. The Latvian Michael Owen. Who was that? Who was the Latvian Michael Owen? I can't remember. Marian Pahars, wasn't it? Remind me in the comments. Well, we're 1-0 up, and they've yet to have a shot. So I think at the moment it looks pretty strong. Jamal, ball in. And again, a lot of headers from these front players, and far too many of them go over or nowhere near where we need them to. Right, and the attack continues though. Belovs into Franco. I was worried that Franco wouldn't get that many games, but actually he's played quite a lot. Misu. Is he going to do? He's running around on that left side. Messina. He does get a ball across. It's Jamal. Another ball in. And that was a dreadful clearance from Santos. He's given away a penalty. Cleared the ball back into the area. He's not having a good game. He's really not. All he needs to do now is get sent off just to complete the... or sent off before that an own goal. But what is that? What is that? Lissinovs just plays it right back to Miso, and Santos is dawdling even though he made the mistake. So, yeah. You got work to do, Santos, to make up for this. So, still yet to have a shot. We're 2-0 up. Looks like the cup is again going to us. It took us a little bit of time to become dominant in the cup, didn't it? But I think it's happened now. I think this is third one on the trot. And Erglis, I thought he was going to have a chance there at the far post, but and Tariq just shoots from distance. Might well be Tariq's final season as well. He's certainly looks like he's been left behind as well. It's amazing how quick this happens. Half time's come and gone, and we're coming out. No changes to the second half. I'm hopeful we can wrap this up reasonably easily. So first couple of changes. Brew is coming on for Chiardio, who's looking a little bit tired, and Messina looks like he's picked up a little bit of a knock. So we've bought on Yauzem's. He's just swapped with Jamal on either of the wing back positions or full back positions. I mean, to be fair, this is how most of the league games are now. There's very, very little resistance. Maybe the away games a little bit more. There we go, hit the barrier. It'd be great to see some statistics on the the posts and bars that have been struck. I don't think that exists anywhere in the game, but if you know it does, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to see that, because I think we've hit so many. It's getting beyond ridiculous now. Right, we're going to make some changes up top. So 2 players coming on. Misu is replaced by Krollis. Aldrikis is coming off on for Lissinovs, who's had a good game again. Great younger sort of target man, which is pleasing. I was saying earlier on, how are we going to replace Aldrikis? Well, Lissinovs has pushed his way in there as someone who could potentially do that. Tariq's free kick. Oh, I'll miss those because he is so good with those. Coming towards the end of the match, we're still just 2-0 up. I mean, we perhaps should be much better than that now, but ball in. Yowzems now. On the right side, another ball in, and Krollis does find the header and finds the back of the net. So he did score in both of those matches. So well done, Krollis. We all know he's a little bit of a live wire in front of goal. You never quite know what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. We're running out the game, and yeah, cup winners for, was it 3 consecutive years? It's not bad, is it? We will take that. More important fish to fry, though, in Europe, and some really important games coming forward. I'm pretty confident we're going to qualify. I just don't know what position. Certainly, I'm sure we're not going to finish bottom of the group. I don't think Rennes are in any way going to threaten us, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least one more win in the group stage. I don't know where that will come, but I'm hoping it's going to be more than one win. Anyway, folks, yeah, we're very proud there. What else? Yeah, we'll back ourselves against anybody, and we stopped them having a shot on target. This is the team who was second in the division. We had a rotated team out, and we're still able to absolutely smash them. There is a giant void between where we are and where anybody else is in this division. So we get 111,000 for winning the cup. Did we used to get a prize for that? I mean, I'll take it. It's not a massive amount, but I mean, let's have a look at our history in the Latvian Cup. And you can see here, well, it's past 4 seasons, and 3 out of the 4 we've played Valmeria in the cup final. Before that, RFS. Before then, actually, Valmeria did win a couple of them. In fact, we've only had, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, obviously, cup finals that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 9 have all been against Valmeria, which is interesting because the likes of Latvia, who have done well, nowhere near this. The likes of Spartaks, who have been very, very strong, have been nowhere near this either. So, and in fact, there's been one where we weren't even in the cup final, which is more exciting. So, yeah, good times, folks. Anyway, we've won the cup. We're going to come back, I think, for it's possibly just going to be the final game of the season against Rennes, but it might depend on what's going on. So, if we lose somehow this game against Wolfsburger, it all becomes more interesting. Then we will probably not come back we'll probably come back for the Leicester game as well, but I think actually the way it's all going to kind of come out in the wash is that it's all going to be on this final game as to where things stand, and that's been the case in a number of these. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you for the next one. Goodbye.